Okay, I've been meaning to make one of these for a while. So here we go. Now before we get started, I want to get all my pieces together. Now as you can tell, I've got my beads already set up in the order that I'm going to put them in my beard. Now I've got these organized to my beard in my size, the thickness of my beard. Now I'm going to show you two different sizes because this is the one that's at the bottom. This is one that's at the top. Of course, more hair at the top means a bigger barrel. But, here we go. So, now, first thing I always do is, of course, I like to wash my hair, comb it, braid it, which is what this, I think, is the thing that makes it the best. Now, this is a judgment call. I get it as organized as in the middle as I can. I got this little cheer right here. And I put this in so that I can heat my beard off to one side. Now with that done, I get my beard and I braid it. And I like to make a nice tight braid. You got to pay attention to where you want your braid to wind up at. Like in my case, I'd like it to come down right line of my mustache, so I put it in that particular line. I braid it all the way to the bottom, keeping in mind that I like to keep it as tight so it stays as neat as possible. Okay. So when we get to the bottom, this is the fun part, keeping this tight so it doesn't unravel. Now granted, when it's this low, it doesn't do that much, but you still want to keep it tight. Now with that said, I hold on to this. You put your braid inside your little loopy thing here. You push against it. Make sure you stay nice and tight. You pulled the loopy thing out. And I always push these in place as far as where I want them. Now, said these all stay up as far as tension is concerned, that tighten to my beard. Now this one is iffy, but I don't like it that high anyways. Now I've got my little rubber band. Now I like my braid to be a little bit lower, so I pull down to about an inch, maybe two, and I start twisting my rubber band on my braid, and I like it to be really snug and tight. When I have just a little left, I stop. This is what I think my secret is. I pull this down. When I pull that down, I pull my braid up, my rubber band up and over the top to where it catches on the back. And then when I pull it down, it almost locks it in place so it doesn't fall out. And I like bringing this second barrel down to where I have a nice tight braid. It doesn't go anywhere. So the second time, we repeat. Braid your braid. Now I have the two finger method. Just kind of gauge how much hair you have in each finger, and then just braid it. And again, trying to stay in the line of your mustache, I guess. Bring it all the way down. Now, as you can see, I do this quickly. I've been doing this for several years. There's a couple of other techniques that I've done. We'll do those maybe at a later deal. But I've done up to 4 of these, which they look really cool. But none of the barrels will stay up high because, of course, the making 4 braids makes these braids real thin, so I don't have the tension that I get with the other. Hold that in place. Get my little dealie here, put it tight, pull through, push everything up. You're holding this at the bottom, of course. Push up the top, push up, push up, push up, and that's just to keep it out of your way. Your next little rubber band, kind of gauge where the other one is. And again, wrap it nice and tight. but you want to do quite a bit so that when you put this one, it's going to be tight on that last skull. Pull down on it so it stays in place. You know, just like that. You have two nice braids. Hope you like. Thanks.